Good morning, Cancer. It's Kimberly, gardenwitchtarot@gmail.com, and I'm so excited to do your April reading. I've already had a couple of people, some of you Cancer fans, say you're looking forward to it, and so we're gonna do the thing right now. I have been gone. I know some of you have noticed. Those of you who followed me for several months, I've just had life happening. But I'm back, and we're gonna do this again. We're gonna try this whole tarot channel. It's a lot of work, guys, but I love it, and I want to be here for you. And so let's see what we have. For those of you who want a private reading, I will be doing some limited private readings as I can. As available. I don't want to stress out over it, but please email me and find out my availability and pricing, and I'll do my best. I'll do what I can. Okay, so Cancer, my lovely little crabs, moving in your unique little ways, sideways to get to the goal. Let's see what we have for April of 2018. For our lovely Cancer friends. Beautiful, beautiful feeler people. For those of you who are cross-watching on Cancer, what you need to know is the Cancer, the crabs, they move. They do move sideways. So you may not always, I think miscommunication is something that can happen there. But they're very sensitive, very intuitive, very lovely, caring, wonderful people. So let's see what we've got. Okay, wow. 4 of Swords here, Cancer. So you need to take a rest, or you've been resting. You need to let what's happened sink in, step away from it. It's important. It's important that you rest, Cancer. Okay, so let's get right into your Celtic cross. And we've got 2 covered cards that popped out there. And we're just going to go with it. Wonderful. Wonderful. This is very interesting here. Okay, let's get to it. So, for the situation that we have here, and again, I'm going to go ahead and say it, if this doesn't apply to you, that's okay. If you want to leave me nasty comments, you can. You don't have to, though. You can just move on to another video. But for those of you that this will apply to, we've got the 7 of Swords as the situation, or you in the situation. So the 7 of Swords is, and by the way, I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. I love this deck. This little witch is sneaking off. She's got 5 swords with her, but as you can see, she's leaving 2 swords behind here on the wall. And the 7 of Swords can be about like making off with something, like you got away with something, and it's kind of sneaky. That I really feel like in this deck in particular, that this is kind of like, a sense of getting out in order to preserve the self, or like withholding things, withholding parts and bits of yourself in order to protect your emotional health, so to say. In order to do what's best for you. So what we've got crossing this card, and it could be sneaking away. For some of you, it could be that, you're kind of being a jerk and being sneaky and not doing right by the people around you. But what you've got crossing you is 2 cards of here, 2 cards of here, 2 cards here, both in reverse. You've got the Ace of Cups and the 4 of Wands in reverse, both of them in the reverse. So here they are in the upright, and you've got this beautiful witch with this cup, and she's got this wonderful energy about her. her cup is overflowing. It's so full. And as we know that, the cups are about emotions. The Four of Wands is about stability. These friends are coming together and they're making a little party, or they're celebrating. But these four posts, these four wands, together they are stronger than they are apart. So it's about community and coming together and setting solid foundations for yourself. Both of these cards are in reverse over this sneaky thing that's going on. So I feel like it could be that some of you really are having to protect yourselves, your hearts, your mental health, because you've been hurt emotionally here with this Ace of Cups, or maybe rejected, and this has caused you to question everything. Like, it has really, really shaken your foundation. What makes you feel happy and content and stable as a person has really been affected. And so I feel like you're really, really in this protective posture of like, I'm not going to open up, I'm not going to tell you. My eggs are in a basket, and that's my business. That's my business. Stay out of it. I feel like this because you've been hurt. Now, at the foundation of this is Temperance. So here we have another Major Arcana card, or this, I guess, is the first of our Major Arcana cards. But Temperance is here, and it's about finding a balance. And here, this little witch is literally doing yoga and balancing. So there's this sense that you want to find balance. Your whole foundation, your stability, your emotional health has all been really, really, I feel like you've maybe taken a gut check and you're just trying to find balance. That's where you are right now. In the past, in the recent past, there's been the Lovers. Now, for some of you, this is a Gemini person because the Gemini is represented by the Lovers. And for some of you, it could just be that there's, a love situation, like a true love situation, or a situation where you felt like it was true love with a person, and that's been in the past. What's overseeing this situation is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. For some of you, there could be a manipulative Aries, or just a manipulative energy in your life. For some of you, it could be that you've had love in the past, and in your quest to seek balance, you may have felt like you had to manipulate things. I think, or maybe somebody sees you as manipulative. I think it's really hard for the Cancer people sometimes, because you do move sideways. And like, if I want you to know something, if I take a posture of some sort, or if I want you to know something, I'm just going to explain it, like red and blue makes purple, and for Cancer moving sideways, you may say, the color of scarlet and sunset, or scarlet and ocean makes sunset, and people are like, I don't get it, and what you're trying to say is red and blue makes purple, but you're doing it in your unique way, and that's a very forthright example. But you may be coming across as somebody who's really manipulative because of the way you communicate or the way you operate in your life. Or it could be that you've got somebody who is petty and vindictive in your life that's really affecting all these situations, this love, and you're like trying to balance. You're just trying to keep a healthy balance, but you're having to protect yourself because there's been all this loss, and you need this rest. This rest right here, you need it, Cancer. In the immediate future, there's a Page of Cups in reverse. So some of you may be waiting for some sort of offer or something. Maybe there's a situation where you have tried to manipulate things, even unknowingly. You may be thinking, well, like, for example, I don't want to call so-and-so because I don't want to seem too eager. And I'm vulnerable and I don't want to get rejected. So I'm not going to call this person even though I'm really interested in them. And you're waiting for them to call you. Well, for some reason, they've taken that as you're not interested. And they're not going to call you. That's what we're looking at here. And you're just trying to find balance here. And in the past, you've had a connection. You've had a connection of some sort. I feel like you've been hurt. And that could be why you're coming across as manipulative or vindictive or petty. It could be that you're trying to, since you're sneaking here and being protective, it could be that you're trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm John Wayne toilet paper. I'm rough and tough and don't take shit off nobody, and it's to protect that vulnerable side. And people are seeing like, oh, it may be off-putting. So that's just a suggestion. You in this situation is how you're seeing yourself in this situation is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So, you're not content with what you have. Or for some of you, it could be that you've been single for a while. You were hurt in the past. You're trying to balance things out. You've rested. You're resting. You're recovering from this situation or this Gemini person in the past. And you're ready to not be single anymore. This is a card of singularity as well as contentment and enjoying the fruits of your labor. So either you're not enjoying the fruits of your labor and you can't see the happiness that's right in front of you, or you're ready to not be single anymore. For some of you, you've taken a respite, you've worked on your balance, and now you need to work on your communication, perhaps, because you may not be coming across the way you want to, and you're not going to get the results that you want. But you're maybe ready to move forward in a relationship. How people are seeing you, or the people that are in your environment, is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this card, if this is somebody in your environment or the people that are around you, they're really not helpful. You may not have a good support system, because these may be people that are like, oh, it won't come up. Nah, it won't come up, kind of thing. Or, and that's a referral to Carrots Grow from Carrot Seeds. And if you don't know that, I'm really sorry. I don't know if it's available on YouTube, probably, because everything is. But the Seven of Pentacles is about working towards your goal. Like the seeds have been planted, and you're cutting away the weeds and trimming the vines and pruning bushes and getting ready, making way for more growth, because you know that you've planted the seeds. This could be that somebody in the environment, again, somebody that you're interested in, you may not be communicating yourself very well, and it could be that they're totally not seeing it. They're like, oh, there's no seeds here. Or it could be that, like I said, the people in your environment are not as supportive as they could be. Or it could be that others see you as a discontented person, or untouchable in some way, like not satisfied, or insatiable, like there's no way I can satisfy this person. And so you could be coming across kind of off-putting. Again, here in your hopes and fears, is the Eight of Cups. Okay, now it's in the upright. And the Eight of Cups is about, again, it's about finding balance. You can see here that these cups are stacked up. There's 5 on one side and 3 on another. There's an imbalance. And this witch is gone up. She's either said, you know what, I can't make this balance out, so I'm out of here. Or she might be going on this journey to find the ninth cup. And she may plan on coming back. But your fear may be that, you know, what you're building isn't working, and you may be thinking to yourself, you know, maybe the best thing for me is to walk away from this. But you're scared. Or you could be afraid that somebody else is going to walk away from it. Something that could be happening, since this offer's not coming through, or you could, if this is a toxic person in your environment, you could be hoping that they'll leave you alone. But here, the last card that we have is the Wheel of Fortune, and it's in the upright. So this, I think, is beautiful. We've got a solid major arcana card here at the end. It's the 10th card, which again is the end of a cycle. There's 21 cards in the major arcana, 22 cards, the first one being the Fool. And the 10th is like the first like cycle of completion in the journey. But what it says is that you have the power to go in any direction that you want to, or manifest anything that you want to. There's choices. This is coming across all zodiac signs right now. This year, which is starting, for me, it's starting new as an Aries. But this year, starting in March, it has got incredible potential, I think, for a lot of people. We're starting in a new phase astrologically. And for you, Cancer, you know, this could be a beautiful thing. And you can heal from these past hurts. You can get away from toxic people, or if you are coming across as petty and bitchy and manipulative, you can change that. You know, if you're tired of being single, you can make that happen. You've got, you know, the world on a string, basically. You've just got to spin the wheel or not, make a decision. Make a decision about what direction you want to go in. And this Wheel of Fortune card is also about having the confidence to know and accept that no matter what path you choose, it's going to be okay. You know? It's going to be okay. So spin the wheel, take a chance, choose a direction. It's important that you're resting, that you're getting some rest. Okay, Cancer. And all I can tell you, you know, I really do. I understand protecting yourself. I've protected myself many, many times. I know that protective posture. I get it. But you've got to open yourself up. And you know, you have to be vulnerable to other people. You have to allow that to happen in order for growth to happen in a relationship, or you have to take chances in order to reap rewards. So, you know, it's well and good and great to protect yourself from hurt and pain, but you've got to expose yourself. You've got to take those chances in order to open yourself up for wonderful things as well. And I know you know what I'm talking about. They're Cancers. Okay, so we need an oracle card. I've got the Oracle of E here by Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. I love this little oracle. I think it's great. It's sassy and fun and spunky and wonderful. Let's see. What have we got for our Cancer friends for April 2018? I need a message, and that looks like it's it. Okay, I've got one card for you, Cancer. It's the 38 in this oracle, and it says sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. I love this. So let's go to the oracle book and see what it says. It says, you have every reason to skip, to hop, and to leap with joy. Optimism is the only reasonable choice because everything else is an illusion. Hope is the only thing that matters because it points to the inevitable. The glass is not only half full, as Psalm 23 says, it runneth over. Okay, now, I don't Bible much, but this is true, and this is a lovely message, and this is exactly what I've been talking about. You know, you've got to allow yourself to open up in order to see the potential that you have and the good things that are there. So, you know, you may have to let your defenses down a little bit, Cancer, in order to see this come to fruition. But it's happening. It's happening for you. Okay, so that was exciting. If you have any comments, questions, email me or leave a message. I'll get back to them as soon as I can and as much as I can. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and I will see you soon.